What's up, everybody? Back to you on a special Tuesday edition of the Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. Two hometown guys talking hometown sports, and we all know what just happened, and we're gonna sit here and discuss it. What's up, Don? What's up, the upset, Don?
Not nothing. Nothing's up. Only
Oh,
thing is up. Only thing is up is we up in the draft in a very top 10 of the draft. Like once again, we got screwed. And yes, I'm not talking as I gotta remove myself from the professional, I guess, podcaster, and I'm just talking as a fan, Hawk fan. Like we were screwed, but I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the show. Glad y'all can join us. If y'all watching this video live with us tonight, we appreciate it. The draft lottery just went off. I know a lot of Hawks fans are upset right now, and they should be. You know, you should be. All right. If you're watching this video, make sure you please like, comment, share, and please hit that subscribe button. We like one subscriber away from hitting 150. One away from 150. So please hit that subscribe button. Show your love, man. And as always,
come out at your hometown sports
podcast. You gonna start doing the Holla part, man. I'm just gonna say the rest of it.
All right, we got a FOS in the house today, friend of show, none other than Davonte. Let them know who you are and where they can find you at, Mr. Davonte.
How's everybody doing? My name is Davonte Hughes. You can find me on sportstalkatl.com. And I'm also newly doing videos for WNBAinsider.com, which they're going to change soon to W Insider. So check me out on my Twitter, and I'll be doing videos for the WNBA this season.
Davonte Swain. I just want to do that. As always, we're gonna run down the notes real quick. What's going on this week in Atlanta sports, Don?
All right, so this week, Sunday we played Orlando City, and we beat them 1-0. And Pity Martinez got his first goal. I know a lot of people say they called it last week. They said that Pity's gonna get his first goal. Pity's gonna get his first goal, and I was, I'm thinking like, okay, it's time for him to get his first goal. And the man, he came through, he delivered, and we won. And a lot of people, believe it or not, whoever's casual soccer fans or they don't follow Atlanta United that much, Orlando City is like our rival. All right, they're like our New Orleans Saints to our Atlanta Falcons, or our New York Mets to our Atlanta Braves, and our I guess Chicago Bulls to our Atlanta Hawks. So they are rivals, and they were talking a lot of noise saying that they was gonna beat us and everything. They will come in our city and beat us, and they didn't do a doggone thing. Said they was gonna hush up. They were quiet the A. I don't know what
wait.
What A they were talking about. They
you said
about
the Hawks. You said the Hawks and Bulls are rivals?
Yeah.
We gotta beat them to be rivals.
Hey man, look man, you already
ain't no rivals with no Bulls.
Come on man, come on now. You already know the Hawks are not.
Like what?
Historically, man.
Historically, they had Michael Jordan. He won 6 championships.
No, he won 6 championships, but we had dominant.
He didn't win any championship.
We had Mookie Blaylock and we had Dikembe Mutombo in the 90s.
I don't tolerate. See, you don't know Davonte, but he slipped that in there because he know I don't tolerate Mookie Blaylock slander because he know I'm a big Mookie Blaylock guy. So he tried to slip that in there, knowing that I get on his side when he mentioned Mookie. I'm with Mookie.
But a lot of people going back to Atlanta United. They said they was gonna come in and silence the A. Like I said, I don't know what A they talking about. They probably talking about Austin, Texas. Or Albuquerque, New Mexico, but they want to talk about Atlanta, Georgia. So
the South got something to say. The Falcons this week, Sheffield and McGarry have signed with the team. Rookie OTAs have started. I've been keeping up with some of the DBs and really intrigued about Jason Stanley. So I've been keeping up with Jason Stanley a little bit, and the transition seems to be going pretty good right now. Of course, it's ATAs, there's only a few people there. Arthur Blank is getting restless is the headline that came out this week. I don't even want to discuss that.
Well, let's talk about this a little bit. Like,
I mean,
we
aren't
already know what
31
type of
owners restless?
yes, but we already know what type of
31
owner
owners.
is Arthur Blank anyway. Like he's been this way. He always want to light a fire up under both his teams. So it's not shocking for him to say that. All right, we was that close a couple of years ago of accomplishing and bringing the Lombardi home to Atlanta, marching down Peachtree with the Lombardi Trophy, but that didn't happen. So right now, it's put up and shut up. Every season it's put up and shut up with us, So I know a lot of people thinking that okay, well, Coach Quinn's on the hot seat. I don't really think he's on the hot seat.
I think you have about 30 owners who are restless, and that's all owners who haven't won a championship in the past 2-3 years. So I think that's like sometimes that's one of those things. You have some things where it kills me when we jump on the media. Like, what do you expect them to say? So sometimes when they ask coaches or players questions, be like, "Yo, you heard him say?" Like, come on, what do you expect him to say? I hate my teammate; they suck. They're not gonna say that. Like, so every owner is restless. I think it's a non-issue. Like, I don't think it's a headline. We signed Tony Brooks, James from Oregon, and we waived running back Jeremy Langford. A lot of camp bodies be shuffling now as we try to, as guys become available and like, oh, we had him rated a little bit above him. You'll bring that guy in and release another guy. So a lot of times people wondering like, why they keep releasing guys that just signed? Where they're releasing? Well, it goes like this. We had Drew rated number 356. We had him rated 324. Regardless of position, we're going to bring him in and take you out because we're trying to get the rest of the roster better. Or sometimes certainly just about money. So a lot of people ask like, why do they do that? That's why. But that's all going on in the football with the Falcons. I'm sorry, what's going on with the Braves, Don?
All right, what's going on with the Braves right now? You do not want to know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But Braves this week. We know we went out in Los Angeles and we got our behinds kicked. Monday 5-3. Tuesday 9-0, and Wednesday 9-4. So it was not good in Los Angeles for us at all. Thursday we went to Arizona, and the losing streak continued 3-1. But however, we turned it around Friday, and we beat the Diamondbacks 2-1. And then Saturday we beat them 6-4, and we wrapped up the series Sunday 5-3. And right now, currently, the score is 11-3. The Cardinals is pretty much tying us up. So,
pitching.
Yeah. So it hasn't been really a good week for us, and it's starting off this week. It's not looking good neither. So, and we're struggling against playoff. And also, we sent Kyle Wright back down to AAA in Gwinnett. And Austin Riley, he's still killing in the AAA. So a lot of people saying he should be called up. I'm saying hold on, let him continue to play. I feel like, if somehow, knock on wood, if we don't have an injury, if we get an injury bug, maybe call him up. But if we playing like we are now and everybody's playing healthy, keep them there. Keep them in Gwinnett and, bring them up next season. Like, our problem right now is not bats, and it's definitely not the defense. The problem right now is pitching. So, yeah. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, talk about Dream, man. The Dream.
All right, yeah, the Dream started their preseason recently. They've played 2 games already. The first game against the Dallas Wings, with them winning decisively 82-59, and most recently in a comeback win against the New York Liberty. And I wanted to specifically highlight who they acquired during the draft with a trade from the Phoenix Mercury, Marie Gulich. I had to call the PR manager to find out how to pronounce her name. So it was Gulich. So there's an like Dennis Schroeder used to have. So she finished the game with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. She looks like to be a solid piece for the Dream this coming season.
Cool.
So, well, what's your predictions of them this season? I really think they can get to the finals and finally win one.
I think with a healthy Angel McCoughtry, I think that's something they can definitely do. I think without her, they lack that second scoring punch outside of Tiffany Hayes.
Okay. All right. Let's go look into the chat and see who's joining us right now. Brazilian Skills said, "Yo, what's good, Brazilian Skills, man? How you doing?" Doey Fresh 123, man. NBA needs to fix their draft lottery. Lakers had no talk to Skills and Fresh earlier during the draft lottery, and like we was all upset. Skills even said, man, he loved Zion, but he said now he going to that city down at that forbidden city. Like we ain't Williams for fans no more. I agree. You know, what's good? Joshua Vaughn, he said, is to make all the teams that didn't make the playoffs have equal chance. Yeah, that, you know, like I said, we'll talk about as far as the draft lottery go here in a second. But I feel like, you know, I'll get into it in a minute. We'll get into it in a minute. Jonathan Folksy, what's good with Stephen, man? He said, just got in, then the notification. Y'all were live. Did y'all talk about the NBA lottery yet? Not yet. We'll get into it in a second. We just wrapping up all the scores and news of Atlanta sports for the week. So we're going to get into it in a few minutes. All right. So that's everybody in the chat. Good. Thank y'all. And we appreciate y'all joining us tonight. So hopefully y'all can stay with us and, you know, share this video with your friends and tell them to come join us. And they can come holler at us as well. What else we need to cover before we get into the business tonight, man? Coach.
We can run through the colleges real quick if you want. It's really one update. You guys, we this is our first time we're going to do a college update. We will not be one-sided. We're the hometown sports podcast, but only one of us is fans of a local college football team. We don't get into that. Pause. I tried to keep going. I tried to.
Pause. I have a cousin. Okay, I have a cousin.
Me too. I got a bunch of them.
No. Listen. I have a cousin who graduated from Georgia Tech. Okay, all right. She's currently a doctor. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share the. She's not really a sports fan. I'm gonna give her a shout out. Shout out, cuz I love you.
No name, cuz.
She's a doctor, man. She low key. I'm not finna throw it out there like that, man. She went around the same time Calvin Johnson went there.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, I'm a Bulldogs fan, but I certainly don't dislike Georgia Tech football, basketball. I actually like Georgia Tech. I want Georgia Tech to win every week. I just want them to lose to Georgia most of the time. But if ever it were like saying football, when it come down to that Saturday after Thanksgiving, if the game meant more to Tech, I would probably want Tech to beat Georgia in that situation. Like if it meant Tech could go on to do something greater, I probably would. But any other time, I don't know why I usually want to see Georgia beat Tech. But we will not be one-sided in our college updates. But we do only have a Georgia update this week. So I preface that. Five-star Tate Rutledge from the Darlington School in Rome verbally committed, of course, to the Dogs yesterday. The O-line that they're building is just ridiculous. Please, let's win a championship before we get investigated.
You know what's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen.
Kirby learned from Nick, and they ain't got Nick yet. So hopefully Kirby know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kirby don't know nothing. Actually, he knows nothing. Hey, That's all we know. They say they're coming.
Nick
But with that,
Saban gonna find a way to hold everybody in the SEC down. You already know how it is,
man. Sam Pittman, man, he's the O-line coach at Georgia, and he was recently named assistant. Man, this guy's recruiting is just, whoo, man. When Sam's coming to get you, you come. So this guy's got the magic. Hopefully, this guy can stick around until, man, forever. I heard that he doesn't aspire to be a head coach. So hopefully he is happy in Athens, and
please.
we can keep him there.
Michigan, when you get rid of Harbaugh, we're gonna throw them money.
From what I'm hearing is I obviously don't know how true this is. I've never talked to Sam Pittman before, but I've heard that he doesn't aspire to be a head coach. All coaches don't aspire to be a head coach. Some people are, no, this is what I want to do. I want to, so hopefully he's comfortable in his role. He's making a pretty penny, but always
money talks, man.
Is that? Oh, definitely.
So
because if another
if the price is right, he gonna come through. I'm telling you. So
if another sports podcast show offer me more money, I'm gone. All right, man. Let's get into the topic.
We a package, man. We a package.
I didn't say I wasn't bringing you with me, dog. I never said that. All right, but let's get into the topic for tonight, man. The NBA draft lottery. I only got really one take, and I just want to really listen to what everybody else got to say. All I have is most of the time, the best player in the draft isn't the top pick. So let's just remember that. Other than that, I want to hear what y'all got to say.
All right, so the draft lottery just went off the air 30 minutes ago, and it was revealed that the Hawks is going to pick 8th and 10th overall in the first round. So we're not even going to sniff Zion Williamson or Ja. And I'm a big Ja fan too. So, and I was hoping that, and I talked to Davonte earlier today. I was saying, look, if we can get 2 top 10 picks, we good. But I should have.
You got that, and you're mad, and I'm happy.
But yeah, it's how women be saying they want a man, and they don't give the actual details of what they want. I just said that. Look, y'all, listen.
Well, you stretched the hell out that way.
But listen, I said I want 2 top 10 picks, but I never categorized what number. I was, in my mind, back in my mind, I'm thinking okay, if we can get 3rd or 5th, if we can get 9 or 8.
I had 3 and 8 in my mind. I had 3 and 8 in my mind. For some reason, I had that we get 3 and 8.
I said 3rd or 4th or 8th or 9th. That would have been we good. But to get the 2 top picks at the very end of the top 10, I feel like we got screwed. We got rigged.
When they figure Atlanta got it all, man, they can't give us a good sports teams too. Other cities hating on us.
We got rigged, man. My thing is, I'm thinking and I never watched the draft lottery live. I watched the draft, but I never watched the draft lottery. I thought they was gonna bring the machine out, with the lottery. That's what I'm thinking. A guy came out with the cards and started showing the card. I'm saying
what, did they text these fools or what?
It's like they shuffled the deck. How you play somebody done. I'm trying to find humor in this. I am. I'm really upset, to be honest with you. I am, but I'm really human.
Yes.
Hit me with some stats, dog.
With the 8th and 10th pick, I really think they can get some solid players. Honestly, just to be specific, people are wanting Cam Reddish to fall to 8. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. When they play with Duke, they're all going to go at least the top 5, top 6. But
I don't want him.
But I think you get Nasir Little from North Carolina and at least Jackson Hayes at 10. I think the Hawks would be set right after that.
Okay. I mean, I'm just thinking that it's 2 rounds in college basketball, right? It's gonna be 60 players drafted. I'm figuring we should get 2 of the top 60 players drafted. Man, one of them got to be pretty good at least, right? Just play the averages. One of them got to be pretty good. I'm figuring. No.
Let
I
me
mean,
get
they
back
have
into the chat.
they
Let me get
have
back into.
5 picks.
Go ahead, Davonte.
I'm saying they have 5 picks. You know, and he said they're likely not to use all 5, but
Yeah.
those are some picks. At least the top 3. You can swing for the fences with those. Sweet what 8, 10, I think, and 35 were the highest picks that we have. So I think they could get some solid players, such as like I said, Nasir Little, Jackson Hayes, and at 35, I think that Togba, I think I might be butchering that name, but that guy he was injured, but I heard that he plays like similar to Robert Orr. I think that'd be a good piece off the bench if they were to secure him out in the second round.
Let's check the chat real quick. That Georgia boy, yeah, not gonna happen. Kawhi's not coming to Atlanta. Cam Reddish. Jonathan said Cam Reddish. I guess everybody high on Cam Reddish. I see that name a lot. Dougie Fresh said he agreed with you. Nasir Little would fit. Um, Yeah, that Georgia boy, exactly. We was expecting the lottery balls too. So when they came out, I was wondering, is this secret ballot or something?
Exactly.
Like, is this Valentine's cards? Like, what are we doing? And
Man.
Dougie Fresh said, "Yep, we're the only team in the NBA that's never had the number 1 overall pick in the lottery. You jumped the gun, Dougie Fresh. We're gonna discuss that."
Man, hold on, let's stop at that, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's weird. We never like this team been around for over 50 years, and I'm going way past Atlanta history in St. Louis and Tri Cities, wherever they played at. We never had like first round
He said
overall pick.
trust it.
Like that's funny. Like New Orleans, they just had a first round pick. Wait, 5 years ago.
Like, dying to get out of there.
I'm just
Can't wait to leave.
We can't at least let us get the second overall pick. Like, man.
Our best player in franchise history, we didn't even draft. Just think about it. We didn't even draft people. People think we drafted Dominique. We got him on draft day, but technically we didn't draft Dominique. So we didn't even draft our best player ever.
You can go back further than that and say they drafted Bill Russell and traded him away. So there's been bad luck.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My dad ain't tell me that. I am call my daddy after this. Like, what? Right back to the chat.
He said, did y'all see the ATL numbers and the winning numbers were one off? That's just Georgia luck for on full display. Man, don't come up with Georgia luck, man. Oh man.
What number did we? Number 7?
We're
not getting that number no more.
Exactly. And he said, oh yeah. That Georgia boy said, yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I think he talking about the meme. And Frank Ocean, he said, you look like Mario. Huh?
Yeah, I ain't get that one.
Frank Ocean said, you look like Mario. What you talking about? Okay.
I am Mario. I don't know.
Hey, that Georgia boy 17 said, I thought for sure the Hawks were going to get second or third pick.
Yeah, I just knew he was getting third pick for real.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, we would have got third or fourth. I would have been straight. Like, I think that was like the best situation. I knew we were gonna get the first overall pick, but getting the third, fourth pick like we did last year, but we traded it away with Dallas. That would have been fine. Cookie by Nature, he said number 7 is cursed. He says number 7 cursed. He asking the question.
Of course, you already know.
And then Dougie Fresh, he said, never forget we drafted Marvin Williams over Chris Paul. Good times. Bro, don't look up, man.
And we discussed this a couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
I told y'all, this kind of goes back to the Falcons draft. You can go off kilter, but you better be right. And when the fans get it right and the front office don't get it right, and that's one of the ones right there, bro. Everybody, man, Marvin Williams, Billy Knight, we're gonna have interchangeable pieces. Everybody's gonna be 6'8" and look like Tayshaun Prince and do the same thing. We're gonna be built like Detroit. Get out of here, Billy Knight. Anyway, I'm sorry, boy.
Just like last year, though.
I had season tickets.
Go back to last year when we
so that's why I had season tickets.
Back to last year when we traded Luka and for Trae Young, and a lot of fans, was upset about it. And
I said, wait and see.
And look at us now. We happy that we have Trae Young. So
I'm looking at these Eastern Conference semifinals this past weekend, and I'm looking at Philly and Toronto, and I promise you, I really sitting there thinking like, man, I could really see us playing here in 2 3 years. I could really see us, this team, playing in this spot in 2 or 3 years. We have the young nucleus. I really do see us in the Eastern Conference semifinals in what is 2019, 2021, 2022. I see us there,
I really think
and
we can make the
possibly going
playoffs
further
next
than
year.
that.
I really
Yeah,
think we
yeah,
can make the playoffs next year.
yeah.
Look
Yeah,
how
and I'm
low.
talking about actually challenging to get to the finals. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Even challenging to get further than that in 2 to 3 years. That's what I'm saying. Not just making it, like getting there and making some noise. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said though, man, like we just got to trust the process and trust Travis and Coach LP. You know, LP he been doing a great job developing these players. Like especially look at Kevin Huter. Like he pretty much developed like a year ahead of his time. You know, and we waiting on Lamar Spellman see what he gonna do. But I think next year he's gonna bring it. You know, and we know Trey Young. We know we having Trey Young, but.
What about Bays?
Hmm?
Nothing.
I'm talking about the people we drafted last year, man. I ain't worried about base right now.
Yeah. Pays. That's what we should call him. Paid. That's what we should call him. Pays more. Can't pay more. Can't pay more.
But yeah, I'm just
That's
as
what we
far
should call
as Zion, like I know a lot of people happy he's not going to New Orleans. I mean, I don't know he's not going to New York and Los Angeles, but I really didn't want him to go to New Orleans, man. And I don't want him going to New Orleans. You know how I don't like that city.
It's coming. Oh, I've been waiting on that.
You know I don't like New Orleans. I know Skills and I was talking to Skills earlier and they telling me, well done. He go down there, he go eat all that unhealthy food, he go blow up. Okay, well I hope he do. That way
He
they
already big.
Yeah. He's already big. But you already know how them clowns are down there, that fan base down there, man. Like they so annoying.
So, what do you think we'll be targeting in the draft, Davonte? What will it be a certain position or a certain skill set, a defender, a shooter, or something like that? What do you think? What direction we'll go?
I think they're going to still, keep the same mindset as last draft, just shooting, but also like best player available as well.
BPA. Of
Hmm.
course, and certainly it's easier in basketball to just do BPA. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we really, to be honest with you, and let's not kid ourselves, you guys. We need some defense, man. We need some players who can play defense, man. We have the offense. We got shooters. We just need some people who need to, get rebounds and play some good defense.
Yeah. And that Georgia boy just said that basically that same thing in the chat. Yeah. And Dougie Fresh said we should draft Devontae. I probably should let you do this because I don't know these players. Goga Bitzatse with the number 10. Look him up, rising on everybody's draft board. I will have to do that, Dougie Fresh. But Goga Bitzatse, pretty sure I'm
Yeah,
missing that.
he's an interesting European player. People are going to automatically compare him to Nikola Jokic, but they're not the
Okay.
same player. One is they're same like similar like in size and look, but they don't play the same. One is like a post player, and I think he's very big. He can't really run the floor that well, so I think he's going to be on the top of people's boards because of the Jokic pick, but I don't think he's going to be as good at all.
Yeah. I definitely think that a long guy who can defend the top of the post and the top of the perimeter or can switch off on guards is a guy who can poke out a steal and take it 80 feet and dunk it, that type of little play. I certainly think we need that type an aggressive long arm guy who can defend the top because we don't seem to have that right now, and I think that would really benefit us well, something like that.
Yeah, that Georgia boy 17. Yeah, we all hate New Orleans. All right. Right.
I mean, it's honestly becoming a theme. It's like whenever like a team's top player decides to want to get traded or leave, that team somehow gets the number one pick. I feel like they always have to, refresh that team with that player. I don't know why that keeps happening. I know it's not random because it happened right after LeBron left. They had three chances and messed up almost all of them. So
I, that's kind of like, do you think it's rigged? I think it's rigged because, we talk about, me and Don talked about this yesterday. People, we're fans of sports, but we have to realize the object of the sport is not to see who the best team is. The owners, the object is to make money. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? So we have to keep that in mind. The object is not to see, who's the best team is. To us, it is. The object to the owner is to make money. And if you make more money by having the best team, well, let's do that, of course. But the object isn't to see who can win to the owner. The object is to make money.
Now, going back to the draft lottery, and I don't like it, but I understand it because it keeps teams that want to tank on a year-to-year basis just to build a super team. It keeps them from not having the overall pick every single year or being in the top 5 every single year. So I get it. But instead of doing it, this is what I propose. Okay, as far as the lottery. Okay, if you were one of the bottom 5 teams in the league, record-wise, at the end of the season, then those 5 teams will have a lottery. Everybody else outside of those bottom 5 teams, then you go in that order.
Yeah, I don't like the way basketball does it either.
It should be like, I feel like the team that finished, that could have made the playoffs but didn't make it, they shouldn't be picked. They shouldn't be in a pool in the lottery to get the first overall pick. That don't make any sense at all.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing in the NBA. Like half the teams make the playoffs, though. So mostly, half the teams make the playoffs. So teams with losing records make the playoffs. And most other sports is not like that. Teams with losing records don't make the playoffs in the NFL. I don't know about NHL, but in Major League Baseball, teams with losing records, you know what I'm saying? Well, I guess you can be around 500, but mostly a little over 500. But the NBA is kind of unique in that, where, like I say, teams with losing records, or like I say, barely 500 make the playoffs. You don't really see that in other sports.
Yeah.
Not that I can think
like
of.
The bottom 5 teams, the bottom 5 teams should just exclude the lottery to them. Like have them you draw from them 5 teams, and everybody else that just follow after that. Whatever record.
Y'all hear that? That was branded here on FILA. So when the NBA runs with that, they owe us a check.
I think that's what they were trying to. I think that's what they said they were trying to do. They were trying to increase the odds for the top 4, like I'm going to say the worst teams. The top. I want to say not top, bottom 4 worst teams. They had the best odds, like 14. I think it was 14.7. But we see, like, with the results, I don't think neither one of those teams even got a top 4 picks. I don't even understand what the point of those odds or lottery changes were.
Thank you. Like I said, like the Lakers got it, and the only team that was in there that got it was the Knicks.
Well, Atlanta is a chocolate city, and y'all know that black areas, they don't win the lottery. So
and Miami got screwed the worst. Miami got screwed the worst. Miami didn't have a good record. They picking like in the very middle of the pack.
Yeah, terrible. And losing the star that they've had the past 16, 17, 18 years.
Yeah. Let's go into the chat. Okay. All right, Dougie Fresh said we need players with defense upside that will help cover up trade defensive liabilities like Golden State does with Steph Curry. Yeah, we talked about that already. We really need defense, and if they scout the right way and draft someone who's good, who's great at defense and getting rebounds, then we good. That Georgia boy 17 said Hawks needed a Kawhi Leonard type. Hey,
everybody does.
and, I think you said that you told him little would be that type of person. And Let's Zone 6. How you doing this evening, man? Good to see you in the chat. He said, how does the draft lottery makes the league better in any way? It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't.
Because the best team, because like we were just talking about, the best teams don't necessarily get the top picks.
Yeah.
The like you're saying, it doesn't.
The better teams get better and the worst teams get worse. That's how
it's a way for them to justify that, hey man, this is how we cheat. Basically.
Exactly. All right. Jonathan Fosky said everyone here does hate Nola except the that baseball guy.
A couple weeks ago.
I don't know how I feel about that guy, even though he does like that. You talking about the guy he had on last week?
Yeah, dude from Florida who was going to Wrigley Field, who taking his trip to Wrigley. Yeah, he did say he liked New Orleans. Yeah, we was like, what, bro? You know where you at? But anyway,
man. All right. Yeah. Dougie Fresh, she said it's rigged. Lakers had a better record than us and somehow managed to get in the top 4. I call BS. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That Georgia boy 17, I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't know much about Little. Yeah, we all gonna do our research. We got a good month into the draft.
How many years the Lakers missed the playoffs? Come on, they got to get the Lakers back in the playoffs. Like next, it'll be the Knicks. Like I was expecting the Knicks to get the top pick. I was all ready to be like Patrick Ewing all over again. They like cheated.
I was thinking like this here: Lakers, Knicks. Well, I think it was going to be Knicks, Bulls, and Knicks, Bulls, and Lakers. You know, those are the 3 top cities.
Gotta have like the NBA guys. The Knicks have to be good for the NBA.
And you know they've been trying to, and they've been really trying real hard to get Chicago, the Bulls, back. You know, to dominance, or to at least be respectful team.
So we can revive the rivalry, right?
Man, whatever.
Just bring back Derrick Rose and go with it.
All right, and then he said that just shows it's no point in tanking in the NBA. That's true. You know,
for real.
Play the winning championship.
Crapshoot. Yep. For real.
And Justin Black, what's good, man? He said we need Boy and Kobe White, and he said we were one number away
from getting Zion, basically.
I don't know about that.
Some kind of lottery thing. I saw that other word too. I guess the way however they figured it out. I
don't look at, you know what, a lot of people looked at Tankathon. I don't really pay attention to that because like we just seen an hour ago. You know, I'm not gonna keep saying it's rigged, but you know, your odds, you have odds. But at the end of the day, those odds can either can get you at number 1 or they can get you at the very bottom, like in the middle of the road when you you know, as far as the draft goes. So I don't really pay attention to Tankathon. It's just it's stats, it's numbers, it's percentages, but it doesn't make any sense at all because we're not really seeing, you know, like the actual lottery balls being picked out of the cage. We seeing the guy just come on the stage with cards already that's in order that they want to.
When I say rigged in sports, period, I don't think every game in any sport they've already predetermined. Like I don't think they've already predetermined who's going to win every game. But I certainly think there are times when leagues step in and do some tampering in order to increase revenue. I mean, wouldn't you? Come on, be real. Wouldn't you? Of course.
Yeah, so if I was a commissioner of the NFL, you know why I try to, like, you know, give the Falcons a little push in the right direction, you know. Or if I was, you know, the commissioner of you know, of NBA, you know, I'd do the same thing with the Hawks. I make sure the Hawks get the top 3 picks for the next 4 years, build them, you know, a super team, so they can like win a championship.
Yeah, but I don't think there's like just rampant every, you know what I'm saying? But money talks, and we're talking about billionaires that are running these teams. Billionaires run the world, so why wouldn't they run a league?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think everything is just but if you think that, I definitely don't ain't think everything is on the up and up either. You know.
All right. Let me take my fan hat off for a second, and then I'm going to get back to the done. You know, like what we just got to as fans, okay. What we just need to really focus on is just hoping and praying that Travis, the GM, of the Hawks, and Coach LP, pick the right two players, and that can fit this system, and we can do better than what we did last season. Because we know what team we have. We know we are a playoff contender team for next year with the squad we have now.
I
Now
think
just
so.
adding two top 10 draft picks to this squad, and potentially going after someone in free agency this offseason can really help us. So we're
And then
going to be trending up. I don't want y'all thinking that this is going to take us 4 steps back. No, it's like it's pretty much like we took 1 step back tonight, but I'm pretty sure we're going to take 8 steps forward.
And then you think about as well, looking forward to next year, we'll still have these young players that are in their second and third year now that have gotten even better. Baze's money will come off, and next summer there's a ton of good free agents that I learned about from Davonte last time he was on the show. I'll be listening to Davonte. So I think that is, I mean, it's a great recipe. Like we in a great situation.
Yeah.
Uh, right back in the chat, yeah, they were just agreeing on us that, yep, it's rigged. Lee Zone 6. Until I see ping pong balls drop on live television, I will continue to believe the draft lottery is rigged. We definitely want that. Dougie Fresh said Kobe White will want to be a starter, and being Trey's backup wouldn't suit him well. But with that, Dougie Fresh, I see now you're gonna put the best 5 out there. You'll make it work. You make it work. You look at Houston. Houston has really 3 point guards or 2 point guard. I mean, because you look at Eric Gordon. What is Eric Gordon playing? The 3. I mean, what are they playing? Because you have Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, and James Harden out there. Like, who's a 1, 2, 3? Like, so I think now it's just you put them out there and just figure it out. But you with that lineup, Dougie Fresh, you're right. We still need a defensive stopper because you can't have a bunch of
Hey,
little guys.
one of my friends just texted me. He said that Zion going to New Orleans makes sense because Breeze might retire after this season, so they need some superstar that can they can keep the city keep the
That's a
city.
stretch. But that's a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
yeah.
man, but like I said, it is what it is.
Now, Davonte, you pretty quiet on this rig issue over there. Now you're being tight-lipped. We know you got
He
your
said he's
gig
cool.
protected, whatever, but keep it real.
He said he's cool. He said he's cool with the 8th and 10th pick. Right?
No, no,
I
no.
am
That's
cool.
not the question, though, Don. He over there playing corporate. There's no rigging in the NBA. There's What do you think, Don? What's your opinion? Is it rigged? Is it straight up? What do you think? Your personal opinion.
I think it's been rigged since its inception. Like I looked at, like, I researched the video with I think it was the Patrick Ewing draft, and that's when they was doing
Mm-hmm.
it with envelopes in a ball.
Yeah.
They just on envelopes, and I'm thinking, I know you're not supposed to believe everything you see, but I looked at it. I'm like, that looks like it happened. Like, you got New York, it was at the time just a booming, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a booming city with sports and everything, and then you add Patrick Ewing in there. You think about what's more exciting, Patrick Ewing in a New York Knicks uniform, or was it Patrick Ewing in the Indiana Pacers uniform? So you always got to think about, when you think about the draft, you always got to say, or which one is going to bring more money. So which one, or like, which one's going to drive the next narrative, such as Anthony Davis trade? Obviously, they wanted that to go down, so their next narrative to make money would be Anthony Davis goes to Boston or wherever they decide to ship him off to.
Ooh, ooh. Or is like I say, have AD and KD in New York. Nasty. That'll be nasty. That'll be nasty. But all these big teams, all these big plans, we're just hoping that we land our guy.
We just got to continue to add pieces. I think we've got some solid guys in the last draft with Trey Young, Kevin Herter, and Amari Spellman. Even though Amari Spellman got hurt and has some problems with his weight, I feel like he's still going to be a solid piece off the bench. So just keep adding, and gotta trust this current front office. I know we can go all night talking about Billy Knight trading Hawkinson basically for Josh Smith, but you gotta trust the current guy enough.
That Georgia Boy 17 said since the players run the NBA, the suit said they go rig the draft a little. All right. Justin Black said that Kobe White can play the two. He's 6'5". He take pressure off of Trey, and he's a good scorer. All right. Justin Black, he also said definitely rig. Could be worse though. Imagine if Dallas got number one and we only had 8. Yeah, we could have easily ended up with 1 pick.
Yeah, for real.
So that's another thing. We gotta look at some positives, to it. Half glass full instead of half glass empty.
We'd have been sick then.
Yeah, exactly. I would have been. Yeah, I would have really threw my TV out the window. Let's Zone 6. How you doing, man? He said, I guess I'll take Nazir Little and Jackson Hayes. He also said, don't even like basketball they don't even like basketball in New Orleans. They on their third team already. Yeah, and I always said that. Why did they have basketball down there in New Orleans anyway? They really not. They more of a football oriented town. Like
ground all wet. You can't play no basketball. It's always wet outside. It's slippery. Will buckling in the gym because it's flooding. That was wrong. Sorry. Y'all seen the hurricane season? I like that movie though. That's my movie though. I love that movie. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
It's always what New Orleans they can't play basketball. All right.
So what's your final takes, Davonte? So you you happy, mad, sad, glad, one word describe your mood.
I gotta say I'm just pleased with having 2 picks in the lottery. I didn't expect Zion to come. I feel like that was a pipe dream. We keep looking at all these numbers. I'm trying not to, dive into the numbers like very heavily, but I just felt like 2 picks in the top 10. We've already seen what they can do with 19 back-to-back years, grabbing what John Collins and Kevin Herter. So I got to see what they can do with 8 and 10 now. Add their pieces to our already flourishing core.
Wow, that's a good way to look at it. I guess I'll go second, then I'll let you finish done. I guess my feeling is I guess I'm okay. I'm straight. I guess I feel like you. I feel like we have to get at least one good player. Out of 8 and 10, one of them got to be good. We can't mess up both picks. One of them has to be good playing the averages. So I think I'm okay.
I think anybody we get is gonna be fine. Look, I've been saying this for a long time. And I sound like a broken record. We brought LP here for a reason, and that's to develop talent. All right, the talent we draft. So whoever we bring here, we're gonna be all right. Yeah, I know a lot of people upset about not getting Zion. Yes, that's a once in a generation type player. All right, you just can't pass up a player like that if you picking the first overall pick. And we didn't get that. So, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And then on top of that, the Pelicans, they play in the Western Conference.
Yep.
So, and it's going to, I don't really, the Pelicans, they're not even rivals to us. So, even if we have to see Zion, we'll see him during the season. But if it come playoff time, we got to see him in the finals. And we already know he's not getting past Golden State. He's not going to, if Houston get their act together, he might not get past Houston or Portland. So we just going to have to just focus on our team, on our hometown basketball team, and just, hope and pray, LP can still work his magic. With these 2 players, we're going to end up drafting this summer. All right. That's all I got to say.
Last few comments from the chat. Yep. They don't like basketball. We all know that they didn't even get into football until 2006. Yeah, we know that, Lex. That Georgia boy. They need to ship that New Orleans team to Seattle and bring the Sonics back.
Yes,
For real.
Right.
I'm happy. If
Right.
they do that, I'll be so
For
happy.
real.
Yes.
For real. And Dougie Fresh said Anthony Day AD still wants to be traded even after the Pelicans won the lottery. Like, yeah, bring Zion. Yeah, but I'm gone. I'm out, Zion. Hey, my condo. You want my condo, Zion?
AD don't want to stay down there. Like you could tell, like don't
yeah.
nobody want to live down there.
And Wayward Chris joined, and he said who the Lakers got. It was the draft lottery. If that's what you're asking, Chris, nobody yet. It was just the what order we're picking. If
I
that's
think
what you meant by that.
picking 5 or 4 or something like that.
Oh, that's what he meant. What order? Okay, what number they got? Okay, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, 5 or 6 or something like that. Yeah. I thought I was a Lakers fan. Then when Kobe retired, I realized I wasn't a Lakers fan. I was a Kobe fan. I didn't care nothing more about the Lakers. I realized that when Kobe retired, I was like, oh, you know what? I was never a Lakers fan. I thought I was. I was a Kobe fan. I ain't like the Lakers. But anyway, what we doing next? When we coming back, Don?
We're gonna be back this Sunday. We're gonna talk about Falcons. We're gonna talk some more Falcons football. We're gonna have Lieutenant Dan for unintentional grounding. He's gonna come back. We're gonna talk about rookie mini camp and what we're gonna pretty much end up doing for as I guess from now to training camp and who gonna probably end up getting cut. Who we probably gonna like bringing
talking
in
roster, huh?
Yeah, just pretty much roster talk. Roster move.
Bet.
What we're gonna end up doing to better this team.
Bet.
So just join us this Sunday for that. Update on the
real Pat Man.
Huh?
The real Pat Man not gonna join us?
I can ask. I'm pretty sure he's down for it, but I asked Lieutenant Dan. He said he shouts out to unintentional grounding, you guys. We work, very close with them, and also shouts out to Mad Mike Sports. He just reached 2K subscribers on his YouTube channel. So shouts out to Mad Mike Sports. We all work together for the content on the Falcons. But I can ask Pat Man, see if he come on. I'm pretty sure 10 times out of 10 he gonna say, yeah, let's see doing something. But update on the Braves game. Scores 14-3 Cardinals. So
my God.
I'm not even thinking. I thought about turning the game on after this, but I'm not just going to go to bed, call it a night.
What's the basketball score?
We talking about Golden State?
Yeah, what score?
In Portland? I haven't paid attention to it.
All right.
I got it 55 Warriors to 45 Trailblazers at halftime.
Oh, cool, bet. I'm about to go watch the second half.
All right, let's go back in the chat. Wayward Chrissy said, okay, number stop. Okay, we read it already. Thank you, Lex. He said he just subscribed. Good show, y'all. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the love, man. Thank you for supporting your hometown sports podcast, man. We appreciate it. And Clutch Master Jay, he said, yo, what should we do?
You should subscribe to our show.
Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. But if you he talking about what would the Hawks do? Like pretty much just if you can go ahead.
Stay pat and draft the 2 players.
Yeah.
I think but then I guess if that depends, of course, if we go to the workout and it's a guy we love that much, maybe try to move up. But I'm thinking right now, stay pat and take the 2 picks.
That would fit our system. You just stay where you at, draft the 2 players that'll fit our system, call it a night. All right. Let's Zone 6 said thoughts on Atlanta United tomorrow. We have the momentum. I really think we can go in tomorrow and win. So, but
let's do it. We'll talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah. And Zone 6, you got to join us too.
Yes, and we're going to have a special guest in the upcoming few weeks of a famous Atlanta United fan. We're not going to spoil it right now, but it's coming. So y'all just need to stay tuned, and we'll put that news out there once it get
We're gonna
confirmed.
make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen. The Hometown Sports Podcast, you know, we always got something in store for you guys.
Come holla at your Hometown Sports Podcast.
Exactly. So if y'all new to this channel, make sure y'all please subscribe. We just got a new subscriber, so we at 150 right now, so that's good. Please comment. I know some people is not watching this live. They're gonna probably watch it later on this week. I know some people say they can't watch a whole video that's 40 minutes or an hour long. They just break it up into sections. That's good. You know, as long as you watching and you you engage in our content, that's great. No matter how you watch it. And if you comment, we normally, get back to y'all comments or reply. If y'all have any questions, we always answer y'all questions with our honest opinion. And share with your friends, and also hit that like button as well. So, Davonte, you got anything to plug?
I'm going to plug my social media in a minute. Just want to hit that like button myself since I'm actually got the page up. But follow me on all social medias at Cookie by Nature. I will be posting Atlanta sports content and video content for the entire WNBA, not just the Atlanta Dream. So follow me if you want to see that. I do follow back. I just want to say that again. I do follow back. I'm stingy like everybody else.
All right. With that being said, guys, we'll see you guys Sunday evening. Once again, we're gonna this week we're gonna talk about some Falcons football. So join us then. And as always, come
holla
at your hometown
sports podcast.
Y'all have a good evening. Be safe. See y'all Sunday.